Welcome to Moolah Matters with Ina. Today I want to chat about when you can claim your money back after buying goods or services. I often hear from frustrated consumers who say they are fighting against a brick wall when they claim their money back after a service or item did not do what it was supposed to do. If it was full of defects, or if you were forced to buy something you did not really want. Consumers nowadays are much more aware of their rights as consumers, as they have more and better access to information. It's good to see consumers standing up for their rights. But consumers also have a responsibility to make sure they know exactly what they're talking about when they do claim their rights. So let's go to the first question. Can you always claim your money back? Claiming your money back is your right sometimes, but this is not always the case. The Consumer Protection Act stipulates in quite a few cases that consumers might claim their money back, but there are also other cases where this right does not apply. It is important to know what you have a right to do so or not. Can you claim your money back after direct marketing, for example? Here, the answer is yes. Section 20 of the Consumer Protection Act states that you have the right to return goods to the supplier and receive a full refund if the transaction resulted from direct marketing and the consumer cancelled it within the cooling off period. Therefore, if you signed a mobile phone contract after someone first called you and offered it, you can return it for no reason if you cancel the transaction within the cooling off period of 5 business days. The supplier must then refund your money within 15 days. And what about something you bought online? Section 19 of the Consumer Protection Act stipulates that you can return goods that you could not check beforehand if they are not of the type and quality that you could reasonably expect, and you only bought them on the basis of a description or example provided by the supplier. In this case, the goods must, in all material respects and characteristics, correspond to that which an ordinary, vigilant consumer, on the basis of the description or unreasonable checking of the example, as the case may be, would be entitled to expect. And then we get to goods that are not suitable for the purpose for which you bought them. If the goods must serve a particular purpose and you find it is not suitable for it, you can also return it within 10 business days, unless a public regulation for public health reasons prohibits the return, or if it has been partly or completely disassembled, physically modified, permanently installed, or already affixed to something else. So when can a store refuse to pay back the full amount? The store must refund your money if the product is in the original, unopened packaging. If the product is still repackaged in its original condition and in the original packaging, the store may charge a reasonable amount for the use of the goods during the time you had it, unless these goods are normally consumed or used up by use and they have not been consumed or eradicated. If you did use a bit of the product to see if you liked it, the store can't make you pay for it. But if you've already used quite a bit, the store might charge an amount for that as well. In any other case, the store may make you pay a reasonable amount for the cost of repairing the goods so that the store can resell it, unless taking into account the nature of the goods and the manner in which it was packaged, it was necessary for you to destroy the packaging in order to find out if it matches the description or the example provided, so that you can check it beforehand or if it is suitable for the purpose for which you bought it. When can you claim your money back then? According to the Consumer Protection Act, you cannot claim your money back when you return something that has nothing wrong with it, unless you bought it as a result of direct marketing. If you simply don't like it anymore, it's not reason enough. You can only appeal to the goodwill of the store to exchange or take it back and return your money. However, if the store refuses, there's legally not much you can do about it. And then there are also cases where the goods are just exchanged or repaired if there's something wrong with them. Section 56 of the Consumer Protection Act makes provision for you to return unsafe or faulty goods, but you can expect the supplier to repair or replace goods that are defective, unsafe or defective, or to return your money. For example, when you buy a new car, you cannot return the car after a month and claim your money back just because one of the door handles is broken. In this case, you must allow the dealership to repair it first. And what happens if the repair doesn't work? When a manufacturer repairs the product or a part and does not do so within 3 months, or if you discover that something is still wrong with it, the supplier must replace the product or refund your money. The supplier bears the expense and risk if it does not comply with the requirements of Section 55 of the Consumer Protection Act. These provisions apply to second-hand or used products as well. So where do you complain? Consumers can complain to the National Consumer Commission or provincial consumer affairs offices about retailers who do not abide by the provisions of the Consumer Protection Act.